There is nothing in the world so irresistibly contagious as laughter and good humor. Never close your lips to those whom you have already opened your heart. I loved her against reason, against promise, against peace, against hope, against happiness, against all discouragement that could be. There are books of which the backs and covers are by far the best parts. Suffering has been stronger than all other teaching, and has taught me to understand what your heart used to be. I have been bent and broken, but, I hope, into a better shape. Have a heart that never hardens, and a temper that never tires, and a touch that never hurts. A wonderful fact to reflect upon, that every human creature is constituted to be that profound secret and mystery to every other. It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. What greater gift than the love of a cat? It is a fair, even-handed, noble adjustment of things, that while there is infection in disease and sorrow, there is nothing in the world so irresistibly contagious as laughter and good humor. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. To conceal anything from those to whom I am attached is not in my nature. I can never close my lips where I have opened my heart. Every traveler has a home of his own, and he learns to appreciate it the more from his wandering. In a word, I was too cowardly to do what I knew to be right, as I had been too cowardly to avoid doing what I knew to be wrong. Reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has many, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. I hope that real love and truth are stronger in the end than any evil or misfortune in the world. I wish you to know that you have been the last dream of my soul. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. There was a long hard time when I kept far from me the remembrance of what I had thrown away when I was quite ignorant of its worth. No one who can read ever looks at a book, even unopened on a shelf, like one who cannot. And yet I have had the weakness, and have still the weakness, to wish you to know with what a sudden mastery you kindled me, heap of ashes that I am, into fire. There is a wisdom of the head, and there is a wisdom of the heart. The broken heart. You think you will die, but you just keep living, day after terrible day. Pause, you who read this, and think for a moment of the long chain of iron or gold, of thorns or flowers, that would never have bound you, but for the formation of the first link on one memorable day. I have been bent and broken, but, I hope, into a better shape. It was one of those March days, when the sun shines hot and the wind blows cold, when it is summer in the light and winter in the shade. Spring is the time of year when it is summer in the sun and winter in the shade. Family not only need to consist of merely those whom we share blood, but also for those whom we'd give blood. It is because I think so much of warm and sensitive hearts that I would spare them from being wounded. So, throughout life, our worst weaknesses and meannesses are usually committed for the sake of the people whom we most despise. There is prodigious strength in sorrow and despair. Whether I shall turn out to be the hero of my own life, or whether that station will be held by anybody else, these pages must show. Take nothing on its looks, take everything on evidence. There's no better rule. Think now and then that there is a man who would give his life to keep a life you love beside you. I must be taken as I have been made. The success is not mine, the failure is not mine, but the two together make me. I am what you designed me to be. I am your blade. You cannot now complain if you also feel the hurt. My advice is, never do tomorrow what you can do today. Procrastination is the thief of time. Collar him. The whole difference between construction and creation is exactly this, that a thing constructed can only be loved after it is constructed, but a thing created is loved before it exists. A man is lucky if he is the first love of a woman. A woman is lucky if she is the last love of a man. For it is good to be children sometimes, and never better than at Christmas, when its mighty founder was a child himself. Happiness is a gift, and the trick is not to expect it, but to delight in it when it comes.